I'm Jessica Gavronsky.
And I'm Erica Vasquez-Jun.
And together,
we are the owners of River. We actually met at a friend's funeral for the very first time. I met her and her husband then, and I think right away I adopted them as my parents.
Parents?
Not my parents, but I was the third wheel for like probably 4 to 5 years. I loved it. That backseat is nice. It was great. So, but we just recently became very close, I would say in the last 3 years. Yeah.
So I have to back up a little bit to 2020 when we ventured into our first sort of business together. So we did a pop-up experience. It was called Sap Gallery in Kirkland, where we did a 2-month sort of consignment / art gallery. So she had vintage curated clothing, and then I had curated a group show 2 separate months of local emerging artists. And so that was the first time we worked together, and it actually went really well. And the response was really strong as well. Like, creatives really needed that. The number one thing that creatives said that they needed in 2020 when I pulled them through Seattle Art Post was that they needed more shows because everything was shut down. And so we're like, okay, how do we meet that need? And so we were fortunate to work with a property management group. So we wanted to prioritize BIPOC artists and emerging and other marginalized groups looking actively at vacant spaces in Seattle, then heard about how the mayor had declared that some sort of a storefront opportunity program was coming, and so was excited about that, and then heard about Seattle Restored, obviously applied together. And here's the thing, like, when we applied, our vision for what we were going to do was very different. It wasn't even called River. And then when we saw this space, our opportunity for what we could accomplish just expanded instantly, because this is bigger than what we had imagined. And this used to be an event space. And so we're like, okay, we don't want to just curate art shows and vintage and vendors. We want to have an event space that can be used for creatives to basically take them to the next level.
I think that a huge reason why Jessica and I work well together is because we see people the same. And I would say that coordinating events is a lot of getting to know the curators and the artists and their passion and what brought them to pursue, their outlet. So I would say just hearing from the creatives and how much they need just a space to be and showcase. I would say that would be the best part about what we do.
We are an event space open to any sort of booking there is. Weddings, corporate, offsite, holiday party, what have you. But, that was meant to be a tagline to really emphasize that we want to be here specifically for creatives. Not exclusively to creatives, but we truly have a heart for our fellow artists, etc. And so we really want this space to, predominantly be used for platforming creatives.
I think on the receiving end, we were probably where the artists are right now of, is this real? Like, there's actually a program that offers something so practical, but also really gives us the tools to get it moving. Like, they don't just give us a space and then say, you're on your own. They're very supportive every step of the way, and that has honestly been really surprising for us because we're so used to doing everything ourselves.
It's one thing to infuse life into this city through the windows, through art, and it's another to really pursue inclusivity by partnering with creatives to help them be successful in their businesses. And that's what Seattle Restored does so well. They have a whole program to help you get onboarded that thinks of literally every single detail that you could possibly need. Like, you need a point of sale system. These are some options for you. You need vinyl for your window. This is how we can do that. and this is how you do de-escalation. Like there's literally, they've thought of everything, and we feel so incredibly blessed to be part of this program. So yeah, it really is a godsend. I love Seattle Restored and what it's all about.